Hi there everybody and welcome along to the Big Quiz Night In. It's a Facebook Live quiz show starting any moment now as we're a bit later than usual starting this evening. So we'll just wait for a few more people to join and then we'll be beginning with our first quiz round of the evening, and tonight we have 2 Patreon rounds as well. I just realised I've started the quiz and I haven't even put my microphone in, so let's just put the proper microphone in and see if... Oh! That makes a difference. Excuse me. There we go. Right, yeah, I hope you're all doing well. We've got 3 quiz rounds tonight, 2 Patreon quiz rounds, and we'll give it a couple of minutes before before we start the quiz, because Abby's desperate to come on and do a question for you all. But we do start at a slightly later time now, at 8 o'clock or just before it rather than 15 minutes before it, for lots of reasons, some which I've explained already in previous videos. So let's just give a little bit of time for you all to join and then we'll make a start. Apologies, it is a little bit later than usual. But Abby will be starting things off with a very interesting question that she's come up with help from her mum, and then we'll be cracking on with 3 more quiz rounds. And so tonight, let me just go over actually to the 3 rounds we're going to be doing. We've got the easy quiz as round number 1. Yeah, it is called the easy quiz, and I'll tell you why it's called that in a bit. Regulars to my quizzes may have done one of those rounds before. We've then got a science and nature round, which is a Patreon requested round, and then we've got a connections round, which is another Patreon requested round. And then we have a handout round, which is all about cartoon characters and famous people who did the voices of them. So, with that said then, let me just go to share the link, and then we'll bring Abby in and I can get to the comments. I hope you're doing well. Once again, I am starting these a little bit later, a little bit closer to 8 o'clock now. That's because, as many of you, or some of you will know, I was just live over on my TikTok page with my new friend over there, Millie, and we were talking about Family Fortunes quizzes, and we were doing those and getting everybody to guess in the comments, and spreading the quiz love over there, and it's been good fun. And thank you for those who joined and then jumped straight over to this one, as I did. Really appreciate that. I'm just sharing the link now, so if you guys want to share it out there, that would be much appreciated too. But I do ask that you tap at least a like button or a relevant emoji reaction, please, because that does help out the show immensely, because more people get to see it. And I'll be getting to your comments in just a moment, don't you worry, I'm almost there. And we'll be starting then after Abby's question with the easy quiz. For those of you wondering, top fans and Patreons get early warning as to what the quiz is going to contain before I host it. So earlier on in the day, I share what the quiz is going to have, which quiz round it's going to have. In order to find that out, you need to be a Patreon member, or you need to be in the top fan group. You get in the top fan group by joining Patreon, or by getting the top fan badge from Facebook. And you get that by interacting with my posts, and they award you with that badge. As soon as you got it, you can let me know, and then I'll add you into the group, and I'll be able to see if you've got it as well. So don't try and get into the top fan group without it, because I'll know. All right, so let's go over then to some of the comments then, and we'll bring Abby in. Let's see who we've got joining us this evening. So, hello again to Andy, to Ju, to Alex, and to Vernier and Anton and Pete and all those guys from the Brazilians as well. Thank you for joining and for being on the TikTok live earlier as well. That was great to see you all. Great that Alex could join us as well. Catherine, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Tracy said, hi, Mum and Dad enjoyed last week, so tonight will be the Fantastic Four again. Oh, good. We passed the test. Brilliant. I'm glad to have you back. Diva says, hi, Chris. Hi, everyone. Welcome along. Hello from sunny Blackpool, says Chris. And Gabby's here as well, saying hi to everyone too. Thank you all so much for joining. Right, so let's go straight into Abby's question then. Let's bring her in, and I'll get ready to share the multiple choice options for this question. It's quite a longer question this time round, so I am not going to write it all out for you. Interestingly, I'm trying to write A, B, and C in the comments, but when you do B and then close bracket, it makes the smiley face emoji with the shades on. So I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3 instead of A, B, and C. I won't go down that route. Okay, Abby, come on in then and ask your question, and then we'll put the answers in the comments for you, okay, guys? And you can choose A, B, or C, or 1, 2, or 3 for your answers. So why don't you go ahead and ask the question while I do that.
Tom Hiddleston plays Loki in Disney's Marvel Universe series Loki. Oh, I said something wrong.
Go on, read it again if you want.
Tom Hiddleston plays Loki in Disney's Marvel Universe and their new Disney Plus series Loki. However, in Thor Ragnarok, someone else played Loki in the play on Asgard. Was it A. Sam Neill, B. Matt Damon, or C. Luke Hemsworth? I used my Google Assistant.
All right, so in Thor Ragnarok, yeah?
The play.
In the play portion of Thor Ragnarok, the movie, there are different actors playing the characters from the story. So who is it that plays Loki in that play section of Thor Ragnarok, the movie? Is it A, B, or C, or 1, 2, or 3? Sam Neill, Matt Damon, and Luke Hemsworth. We've got lots of guesses coming in, at least on here. I'm not seeing them on this screen yet, but let's have a quick look through. So, there you go. Look, here's the first one that's coming. Can you read that there? You don't have to say it now, but we'll just read that one there. That's the first one, and then we've got lots of others coming in. I don't know why it's not showing on my other screen though.
Press full screen.
Press full screen on that one. I don't think that's going to make a difference. It's just not coming up, is it? Let's refresh. All right, you can say who the first person is though, because we can see that now. Do you want to tell everybody what the answer is, and then?
It's very hard to read on this thing.
No, but you can tell them what the answer is, can't you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
The answer was B. Matt, prepare for me to say it wrong. Damon.
Matt Damon, yes.
Why do I have such trouble saying that?
But this is the first one who got it right, look.
Jenny Bath.
Yes, Team Bath have got the bonus point tonight.
I had to have my dad saying it because I'm having to read it on the phone. It's really tiny, I can't see.
It is tiny, yeah. I don't know why it's not coming up on here. You watch it. There you go. They're all there now, look. All right.
When we don't need it anymore.
I know, right? Well, no, but we can say, look, Diva said 3. Unlucky, you got that one wrong there. Ju says 2. Catherine said 2. Gabby said 2. Vernia 2. Yeah, well done. Lots of you having a guess there, and most of you saying 2 or B or Matt Damon. Brilliant. Okay, so well done if you got that one.
The other 2 answers were the 2 people. One of them played Odin and the other played Thor. So those were the other 2 options. I don't know which one's which because Mum didn't tell me, but...
Well, Luke Hemsworth played Thor because Chris Hemsworth is the real actor who plays Thor, and that's his brother.
Mum searched up brothers.
And Sam Neill played Odin, yeah. He's a very good actor. Right.
What's up with my finger today?
I don't know. Let's crack on with the quiz, shall we? Say goodnight, Abby.
Good night.
Thank you so much for that question. Very well done to you and Mummy for working that one out.
I'm surprised not many people got it wrong because Mum said it would be a trick question and almost everybody would get it wrong, but they didn't.
Mum. You just said Mum.
Yeah, I did.
Mum.
Mum.
I've told her she's not allowed to call me Dad, it's Daddy. I'm not ready for that transition yet.
I'll call you Dad around my friends if I like though.
Yeah, alright, fine. I'll let her off with that one. Alright, so my comments are very far behind on that one, so I'll try and keep up on my other screen.
Why are you holding your left-handed pen?
I'm holding my pen because I'm pointing at things. I need to crack on now, darling. Love you loads. Night night. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right, let's move on then, shall we? Thank you for that, guys, and well done to Team Bath for getting the bonus point on that one. There was a couple of other comments that came in. Jenny says Bon Jovi from Team Bath. Bon Jovi. Evening, Chris, from Luke and Jane as well. Welcome along. Glad you could be here. Right, so the first round then is the easy quiz. Just try and shut the door behind us. Oh, sorry. Okay, right. So the easy quiz works like this. You're going to hear 15 questions on general knowledge. When you hear the question, you might think, oh, that's an easy one. But is it? All right. So that's the gist of it. Okay, you got to try and figure it out. There's some in here that are a little bit kind of jokey kind of questions. Maybe we'll catch you out with them. Some of them you might find are genuinely easy. Some of them may be trick questions, but they're all still legitimate. So we'll see how you go. Mr. B said Bon Jovi. I can only apologise. Jenny says that's all right. I don't mind Bon Jovi. I don't know why it was there, but whatever. It's fine. Good evening to Ed as well. That's one I missed as well. Thanks for joining. Hope you guys are doing well. All right. Question 1 then. What colour is a purple finch? I'll give you multiple choice for this one. What colour is a purple finch? Is it red, purple, gold, or blue? Remember, you don't put the answers anymore in the comments in case anybody's new that's watching the show now. Keep the answers to yourself and we'll mark them. You can mark your own when I do the answers at the end of each quiz round. So what colour is a purple finch? Is it red, purple, gold, or blue? Technically, it's a kind of one of those colours. But those are the 4 general colours you need to choose from. Okay, question 2. What was the name of the ship in the Mutiny on the Bounty? What was the name of the ship in the Mutiny on the Bounty? That is question 2. Some of you who attend the quiz that I do at the pub and have done for a few years now may well remember some of these questions. But in fairness, that is the case potentially for pretty much every quiz round I do. But this one in particular may stick out in your mind now we're going through it. Let's see. Question number 3. Which country is famous for its Panama hats? Which country is famous for its Panama hats? That is your 3rd question then. Question number 4. In which month do Russians celebrate the October Revolution? In which month do Russians celebrate the October Revolution? All right, let's move on. Your next question then. Question 5. What was King George VI's first name? What was King George VI's first name? Question number 6 now. Before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the tallest mountain in the world? Before Mount Everest had been discovered, which was the tallest mountain in the world? I'm sure you're getting the gist of this round now. Number 7 now, question 7. How many birthdays does the average Englishman have? How many birthdays does the average Englishman have? You might not like me very much when you hear some of these answers. I'm just warning you now. But hopefully you'll appreciate it nonetheless. Question number 8 now. Question 8. Which animal's fur can you find on a camel hairbrush? Which animal's fur could you find on a camel hairbrush? Mini quiz must have been knocked around. Look. Straighten that up. There we go, that's better. Question number 9 now. Question number 9. The assistant at a butcher shop stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and wears size 13 shoes. What does he weigh? The assistant at a butcher's shop stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and wears size 13 shoes. What does he weigh? Right, question number 10 now. Question 10. You might want to write this one down. Divide 150 by half, then add 10 to your answer. What's the number? Divide 150 by half, then add 10. What's the answer? Divide 150 by half and then add 10. What is your answer? We certainly don't make a habit of asking you maths related questions, but occasionally one like that will pop up, I suppose. Right, question 11 for you now. Question 11, and as always, if you need me to repeat any questions, I'll do that at the end, and that'll give everybody a bit of thinking time on the ones they're stuck on, I think, as normal. Okay, question 11. How many animals of each type did Moses take onto the ark? How many animals of each type did Moses take onto the ark? All right, question number 12 now. Question 12. Is it legal in Scotland for a man to marry his widow's sister? Is it legal in Scotland for a man to marry his widow's sister? We've got 3 more questions left in this round then. Question number 13. The Canary Islands in the Atlantic are named after which animal? The Canary Islands in the Atlantic are named after which animal? Question 14 then, question number 14. On which planet was Dr. Spock born? On which planet was Dr. Spock born? And your final question then, question number 15. If you were numbering school lockers between 1 and 100, how many times would the number 7 feature? If you were numbering school lockers between 1 and 100, how many times would the number 7 feature? Obviously, you might need a bit of thinking time with that one. So what I will do is I will share my usual link at this moment, and let me know if you need any repeated in the comments, and then I will go through those repeats for you. No problem at all there. Just let me know. But in the comments right now, I will share with you our nominated charity link first tonight. So if you'd like to support what I do here at Big Quiz Night In, there's a few different ways you can do that, and one of those is to donate to the GoFundMe page of Secret Santa 365. Very important charity to me. They do lots of good stuff for people in the area, struggling families, people with young children who have been struggling through this pandemic, and in general, whether that's because of medical reasons or what have you. Their story and everything you need to know is on that link I've just shared. So if you wanted to do something charitable to support me, you could absolutely do that by doing something to help them out. There's the link for you. The donuts have asked then for questions 6 and 9 again. So question 6. Before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the tallest mountain in the world? Okay, and question number 9 again. The assistant at a butcher's shop stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and wears size 13 shoes. What does he weigh? There you go. There's those repeats for you. Any more, let me know. I will gladly repeat any more for you because there's potentially some tricky questions there you could slip up on, which is basically the whole point of the round. So it's no problem if you need one more repeated. We're going to do Science and Nature will be the next round, and Connections will be our third round. Ed says, love the riddles. Yeah. It's a good fun round, this one. I was surprised I hadn't done this one for you guys on here before, actually. I don't think I have. I think I've this is the easy quiz 2. I think I have done the first one of these before for you. I've definitely done them in the pub before. All right, I'm going to go through the answers then because I'm not seeing any more requests for repeats. So here we go with the answers for the easy quiz. Let's see how easy it really was for you. Having said that, Jude's just asked for 15, so I'll do that quickly. The question for 15 again was, if you were numbering school lockers between 1 and 100, how many times would the number 7 feature? Okay. Right, so here we go with the answers then. Question 1, what colour is a purple finch? Is it red, purple, gold, or blue? A purple finch is a crimson colour, so red is the correct answer. Despite the fact it's called purple, the answer is red. Question 2, what was the name of the ship in the Mutiny on the Bounty? The clue is in the name, it is called the Bounty. The mutiny is on the Bounty, literally. Question 3 then, which country is famous for its Panama hats? It's not Panama, it is Ecuador. Ecuador is famous for its Panama hats. Question 4, in which month do Russians celebrate the October Revolution? They celebrate it in November. Question number 5, what was King George VI's first name? It was Albert. Question 5, that's question 5. Question 6, before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the tallest mountain in the world? It was Mount Everest. It just hadn't been discovered yet. It's still Mount Everest, though. It was still the tallest mountain in the world. I wonder how many of you slipped up on that one. Question 7, how many birthdays does the average Englishman have? Same as most people, just the one. You have one birthday a year, right? That's it. So you just have the one. It did say to give 2 points to the nearest team on that one. It's like, no, it's fine. I'm not going to be that mean to you and trick you into thinking it's something completely different. No, just the one. Question 8. Which animal's fur could you find on a camel hairbrush? It's actually a squirrel. It's squirrel fur on a camel hairbrush. Question 9. The assistant at a butcher's shop stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and wears size 13 shoes. What does he weigh? Well, he works in a butcher's, so he weighs meat. Oh dear. Question number 10. Divide 150 by a half and then add 10 to your answer. What is the number? It is 310. Because if you divide 150 by a half, it's 300. Yeah, because a half will go into that 300 times. So, of course, when you add 10 to 300, it's 310. Yeah, I appreciate the emoji reactions as always. Question 11. How many animals of each type did Moses take onto the ark? None. Because Moses didn't take anyone or anything onto the ark. That was Noah. Classic trick question. Question 12. Is it legal in Scotland for a man to marry his widow's sister? No, because he would be dead. Your widow's sister? No. If she's a widow, that would mean you'd be dead. Brilliant. Keep the reactions coming. It's so funny. Question 13. The Canary Islands in the Atlantic are named after what animal? It is the dog. Question 14. On which planet was Dr. Spock born? Well, Dr. Spock was a pediatrician who was born on Earth. If you were confused about that one, it's because you thought maybe Mr. Spock from Star Trek was the answer, or the person I was talking about there, who was born on Vulcan, on the fictional planet of Vulcan, at least. So yeah, the answer's Earth, because Dr. Spock was actually a real life pediatrician. Another classic question. All right, and question 15. If you were numbering school lockers between 1 and 100, how many times would the number 7 feature? 20 times. So, and it's 20 times because 77 counts as 2 sevens, right? So 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, 57, 67, 70, 71, 72, 73, all the way up. 77, obviously you count twice. Then 78, 79, 87, and 97. So 20 times is the correct answer for number 15. Ju says, love this round, but I was not good at it. Eric says, love that subject. The Blackpool Bar Stewards got 12 points. That's a good score. That is a good score. I'm glad you liked that round. I found it and I was like, I can't believe I haven't done this one yet. It's so much fun. I love this round. And yeah, I'm glad you like it. Keep the comments coming, please. Fun round, Andy says. The Dr. Spock one got us completely. Are you kidding me? Andy, you guys have been going to my quizzes for years. How has that tripped you up? Oh, 9 points though still. It's a good score. 9 points, it's a good score, but I cannot believe you didn't. Not for that question. I've asked that so many times at the pub. Gabby says 12 points, 7 points for Luke, 8 points for Team Bath. My comments are very behind on my other screen. I don't want to touch my phone because it'll wobble the camera again. So just excuse me while I update it on this side again. Here we go. Fantastic Four, love that. 11 points for us. That's a great score as well. Well done. Yes, some very funny emoji reactions coming through as well. So thanks for that, guys. Well done. 6 points. Or are you shocked at number 6, Stu? Before Mount Everest was discovered, which was the tallest mountain in the world? Yeah. Brilliant. So funny that Not So Golden Oldies got 10. The Not So Golden Oldies got 10. That's a good score. Well done. I'm really pleased that you guys liked that round. Donuts have got themselves 9 points. Well done. Excellent stuff. Any more coming through before we move on to our science and nature round? I'll give them a shout out, of course, if you send me those messages through and the round has started. No, just 6 points from Jew. Oh, the Britzillians only got 6 points. Oh, no. Wow, I think I know what my homework is for another quiz sometime soon, is to do another kind of round like this one, isn't it? I think it's got to be done. Amanda says, I feel betrayed by the spot question. You feel betrayed? I'm devastated you guys didn't get this one right. Absolutely. Honestly, I've done that question so many times. I thought you'd get that one right more than any of the other ones. But I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for that. Okay, so the Science and Nature round is the first of 2 rounds tonight, chosen by Patreon members. If you support me on Patreon at any level to begin with, the £2 level at least for the very first month, I think I give you something in return for this, but certainly at the £5 and £10 levels, you will get yourself the ability to request a quiz subject of your choosing or a quiz question on a subject of your choosing, as many of you will already be aware. So each month, if you're at the £5 tier, each month you can request from me to do a quiz round here on the Facebook show or in any other form of social media that I provide quizzes on. You can negotiate with me what you would like, whether that's on Lima when I go back to that at some point, which I will do soon, and or TikTok as well. Okay. More thinking time. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess you may have done for that round. Abingdon half let us down, Ant says. Okay, so this Patreon requested round is from Andy. So your Patreon shout out, your first one of the evening will of course go to you as well, Andy. Thank you for supporting me. This is a science and nature round as requested by him. So 15 questions again, multiple points for this one, whereas the last round was only 15, I think. This one is for multiple points. Okay, so here we go again then with question number 1 in this round. For 2 points, which 2 planets in our solar system have no moons? Which 2 planets in our solar system have no moons? I'll tell you, the other thing I found out today was that it is National Beer Day. Guess who finished the beers they had, the only beers they had in the house last night? Damn. And there's no way I had time to go out and get some more today for the sake of the fact it being National Beer Day, but apparently it is. Only found it out last thing this afternoon. Oh dear. Not a good look for a pub quiz master, eh? Question number 2. The lack of which vitamin can cause rickets in humans? The lack of which vitamin can cause rickets in humans? That is question 2. Question 3 then is for 3 points. What is measured on the Beaufort scale? The Beaufort scale. Beaufort scale? I'll put it in the chat. The Scoville scale and the Richter scale. What is measured on the Beaufort scale, the Scoville scale, and the Richter scale? I'll put the first one in the chat so you can see how it's spelled. Beaufort. Beaufort? Beaufort. I don't know. It's in the chat anyway. Beaufort. So the Beaufort scale, I'm going to go with that. Beaufort scale, the Scoville scale, and the Richter scale. 1 point for each. Question number 4 now. Question number 4. What is the more common name for herpes labialis? What is the more common name for herpes labialis? It's pronounced Beaufort. I was right. Was I right the first time? The problem is that word, the way you spelt it there, Eric, can also be pronounced in 2 different ways. You know, as in David Bowie or Bowie. It's Bowie. All right, so I'm going to go with Beaufort, unless I'm being told it's wrong. But for that last one, what is the more common name for herpes labialis? That's how that is spelt as well. In case I'm not saying that quite right, I think I'm saying that one right though. But what is the more common name for that? Arrow, bow as in arrow, bow as in arrow. Okay, all right, I think I got it. LOL. Yeah, I know. Oh, we have a laugh, don't we? Okay, question number 5. Which is South America's version of the ostrich called? Or what is, I should say, what is South America's version of the ostrich called? Name that creature. That's question 5. Question number 6 is for 3 points. So 1 point for each of these. Bicarbonate of soda, sodium chloride, and methylene are the names of which well-known household items? I'm going to put all 3 of those in the chat as a reminder to you. Bicarbonate of soda, sodium chloride, and methylene, I think I'm saying that one right, are the names of which well-known household items? 1 point for each. Those are 3 very different things. Question number 7 then. Question 7, remember we will give you a bit of thinking time at the end. You asked me to repeat any questions. That should help out with anybody else that needs thinking time. Question 7, which creature is called the unicorn of the sea? Which creature is called the unicorn of the sea? Sounds like a rainforest outside. The birds are so noisy. Okay, question number 8 now. Question 8. What particular creatures are used as advertising logos by Lacoste, Lamborghini, and the RSPB? What particular creatures are used as advertising logos by Lacoste, Lamborghini, and the RSPB? All right, number 9 now. Number 9. True or false? Laszlo Biro invented the ballpoint pen. True or false? Laszlo Biro invented the ballpoint pen. Right, question number 10 then. I will give you multiple choice for this one as well. Question 10. What type of creature is a peccary? Is it a bird, a pig, or a dog? What type of creature is a peccary? Is it a bird, a pig, or a dog? Question 11 now. Question 11. Which is the only human muscle that is attached at only one end? Now, I know some of my regulars at the pub will have heard that question before. Which is the only human muscle that is attached at only one end? Question 12 is a 4-pointer and it's a chemical elements question. Which 4 elements spell the word frolic when their chemical symbols are placed next to each other? I'll put the spelling of that in the comments again. Which 4 elements spell the word frolic when their chemical symbols are placed next to each other? Three more questions left in our science and nature round, and then we'll move on to our connections round after this. Question number 13 now. Question 13. What type of creature is King Julian in the film Madagascar? What type of creature is King Julian in the film Madagascar? Question number 14. Question 14 is for 2 points. The world's first portable drill was invented in the USA by 2 men named Duncan and Alonzo, but what were their surnames? The world's first portable drill was invented in the USA by 2 men named Duncan and Alonzo, but what were their surnames? For 2 points. 1 point for each of them. And your last question in question 15. Let me know which ones you want repeated in the comments as always. For question 15, you got 3 more points though. What are the collective terms for a group of lions, leopards, and locusts? What are the collective terms for a group of lions, leopards, and locusts? 1 point for each. Let me know if you'd like anything repeated. Amanda's already in there with questions 6 and 7 when you have time. Of course I can. I'll go straight up to those now. Question 6 was bicarbonate of soda, sodium chloride, and methylene are the names of which well-known household items? And number 7 was, which creature is called the unicorn of the sea? Okay, whilst you have a bit more thinking time, you can let me know again if you have any other repeats or anything that you want. Just let me know in the comments. But whilst that's happening, in fact, there's another one that's just come in before I move on to the next subject I wanted to talk about. So Catherine's asked for number 8, please. Number 8 was for 3 points. What particular creatures are used as advertising logos by Lacoste, Lamborghini, and the RSPB? Liz is in the chat there asking for number 1. That was, which 2 planets in our solar system have no moons? Again, 1 point for each. And number 5 for Andy. I think they've missed one somewhere. Number 5, which is South America's version of the ostrich? So what type of creature, or what is the name of the creature that is South America's version of the ostrich? That's that one. Again, I can do a few more if you need me to. For now, though, I've given you the charity link already. Both the links, this one I'm about to share now, and the charity link are in the description of every video I do. The link I'm sharing now is my Beacon page, and that's got all the social media links and places you can go to support me with what I do here at Big Quiz Night In, including, you know, any other social media sites, so Twitter and Instagram, for example, but also where I post more quiz content, which you'll find typically on TikTok at the moment. I'll be back on Lima again soon if you like listening to podcasts and things like that. Lima's a great place to go to listen to audio content. So that's where I posted a lot of quiz content, and I've just been invited again today to the beta trial of the brand new platform they're launching. So that is definitely coming soon now, which means I will be posting a lot more again on Lima at some point. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they've got for their new platform. That's going to be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So I'll be doing that. If you want to do that, you can. If you've got Lima already, or even if you haven't, you just want to be involved, because it's a fun platform for audio stuff. Just go to Lima's Facebook page, or go to their Twitter or Instagram. I'm sure they posted it everywhere. But yeah, look up their LIMOR. Less is more, it's short for. So yeah, you can follow me, find all the links you need on that page. That includes Patreon as well. Whole host of different things. Right, there's no more requests that's coming in for repeats, so I'm going to go through the answers now. Obviously 1 point for each correct answer as per usual, and I will see how well you do at the end of that, because you can put your scores in the comments if you want to, well, with your pub quiz team names if you've got one. So number 1 then, which 2 planets in our solar system have no moons? We've got Mercury and Venus. 1 point for each. Question 2, the lack of which vitamin can cause rickets in humans? That is vitamin D. Question 3, what is measured on the Beaufort scale? The Scoville scale, and the Richter scale? It is wind speed, the heat of a chili pepper, and seismic waves for Richter scale. Question 4, what is the more common name for herpes labialis? It is the common cold sore. Question 5, something from Gabby's just come in, I'll read that in a moment. Question 5, which is South America's version of the ostrich? It is the rhea, R-H-E-A. Question 6, bicarbonate of soda, sodium chloride, and methylene are the names of which well-known household items? Baking powder for bicarb of soda, sodium chloride is salt, and methylene is mothballs. Question 7, which creature is called the unicorn of the sea? That is the narwhal. Number 8, what particular creature are used in the advertising logos of Lacoste, Lamborghini, and the RSPB? For Lacoste, it is a crocodile. For Lamborghini, it's a bull. And for the RSPB, the Royal Society for Protection of Birds, is the avocet. An avocet is the bird on their logo. Question 9, true or false? Laszlo Biro invented the ballpoint pen. That is true. Question 10. What type of creature is a peccary? Is it a bird, a pig, or a dog? It is a pig. Question 11. Which is the only human muscle that is attached at only one end? It is your tongue. Hands up who thought it was something different. The only human muscle, not just male, that is attached at only one end is the tongue. It's a family show, guys. It's a family show. Which 4 elements spell the word frolic when the chemical symbols are placed next to each other? We have francium, or francium? Yeah, francium, Fr. Oxygen, for O. Lithium is Li, and carbon is C. Question 13. What type of creature is King Julian in the film Madagascar? A lemur. Just mentioned them, didn't I? I think that's why I probably had it on my mind. Question 14, although it's spelt differently for the animal lemur. Question 14, the world's first portable drill was invented in the USA by 2 men named Duncan and Alonzo, but what are their surnames? Now, you might be listening to that question and thinking, why on earth would you know that? Because their surnames are quite popular in that industry. It's Black and Decker. There you go. Question 15, the final question for 3 points. What are the collective terms for a group of lions, leopards, and locusts? It's a pride of lions, a leap of leopards, and a plague of locusts. Tally up your scores then. Let's see how well you did. Put your team scores in the comments along with your quiz team names as always. Don't worry if you don't want to. You don't have to. Just appreciate you being here. Right, so Gabby says, fun fact, my Hungarian friend told me that rickets is called English disease in Hungarian because of our lack of sun. That's hilarious. I like that. Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, team scores are coming in. Fantastic Four scored 23 points. Diva's got 16 points. 21 points for the Blackpool Bar Stewards. Good scores there, guys. Well done. Keep those scores coming in, please. And let's see how we did. 18 for Team Bath. Another good score there. The Not So Golden Oldies got 18 points. Andy's agreeing there with Gabby's comment about the lack of sun. Sue says the Donuts have got a score of 19 points. Good score again. Luke and Jane have got 18 points. Very happy with that one. Very good. Andy says 25 for Back in Black. Another great score. Well done. Yeah, it's really strange. Your comments aren't coming up on my Chromebook here. My other screen I'm looking at here. Until I refresh it and then I can see them all again. They're just not updating. Mind you, the whole thing needs updating, so the whole device does. But they are on my phone, thankfully, so I just keep an eye out. Juice says the Brazilians have got 23 points. Liz says Good Evans have 22 points. That's a great team name. Like it. Good Evans, 22 points. 25 for me too, says Gabby. Great score. Any more for any more, let me know. I'll still give you the shout out. But we are going to move on. And speaking of Gabby there, she has got her Patreon requested round coming up next. Thanks as always for your support. Much appreciated. And this... Oh, Andy says I have to refresh to see comments coming up from everyone else. Okay, it's a Facebook problem. Good. It's not a me problem. It's a Facebook problem. Thank you for that solidarity. But yes, Gabby supports me on Patreon, and she has requested a round this week, and it is a connections round. Now, I warned her these are notoriously difficult rounds. If you thought the easy quiz had some questions in it that made you think, but I think the connection for this one is a good one and an easy one to get. Ed says we're struggling with comments on all platforms at the mo. I think it's a Facebook thing, not just you, Chris. If you can read this. Yeah, so they're all coming up on my phone, fine. Problem is on my phone, I'm only seeing 3 at a time. So if they come in too quickly, they're gone. And then I have to use my finger to swipe down on my phone, which is then going to give the camera a bit of a shake. And I'm trying not to do that. So I'll try and keep up with them though. I just appreciate you being here and watching anyway. Don't worry too much about it. But it's definitely a Facebook problem, it seems. So, a little bit more on the connections round. There's only 10 questions in a connections round. The first 9 questions will be on seemingly random general knowledge kind of topics. Yeah, Gabby says, "Don't hate me, everyone. Hopefully, it's a fun round. It's still fun, yeah." So you're gonna get 9 questions, random general knowledge, but all the answers share a common connection between them. So a word out of all the answers you get will be connected. So for question 10, I then ask you, what is the connection? So you get 1 point for the first 9 questions, 1 point for each of them. If you then get the connection, you get 5 bonus points. So there's 14 points in total if you get everything right. All right. And they normally do go down quite well in the pubs. It's just that the 9 questions can sometimes be a little tricky. But the good thing is you can still have a guess at question 10 and see if you can come up with what the connection could possibly be between them. And if you do, you then get those bonus points, so it can boost your score. Right. With that said, here we go with this connections round. Question number 1. Which futuristic novel set in the year 2540 was written by Aldous Huxley? Which futuristic novel set in the year 2540 was written by Aldous Huxley? Like I said, some of them are a bit tough. Some of them not so tough, but they do notoriously have tough questions in them. This is a very famous book, originally published in 1932. I will give you that much as a clue for that one, okay, for question 1. Question number 2. Who was the driver of the Turbo Terrific in the Wacky Racers cartoon? Who was the driver of the Turbo Terrific in the Wacky Racers cartoon? Okay. Let's go to your next question then now. Your next question is question number 3. Who has been voted as the FIFA World Player of the Year a record amount of times? Who has been voted as FIFA World Player of the Year the record amount of times? To be honest, I'm just going to make sure it is still the same answer because I need to make sure. It was merged with France's Ballon d'Or. You may know it as that. So in total. So yes, it is going to be the same one. Yes, it is still the same answer. Good. I didn't think it needed updating. But who's been voted World Player of the Year or the winner of the Ballon d'Or the most times? Question 4. Which 2001 film starring Vinnie Jones was subtitled The Longest Yard? This was actually on telly a couple of days ago, actually. Which 2001 film starring Vinnie Jones was subtitled The Longest Yard? May even be yesterday. Caught the end of it. Question number 5 now. Question 5. Which jazz great was born John Burks Gillespie in 1917? Which jazz great was born John Burks Gillespie in 1917? That was question 5 then in the connections round. Question 5 of 10 in total for this one. Question number 6 now. Question 6. How are the twin sisters Monica and Gabriella Irimia better known in the pop world? How are the twin sisters Monica and Gabriella Monica and Gabriella Irimia better known in the pop world? Question number 7 now. Question 7. Which Channel 4 clip show was hosted by Alex Zane? Which Channel 4 clip show was hosted by Alex Zane? I don't think it's been on for a while now, but there was certainly a few series of it. Which Channel 4 clip show was hosted by Alex Zane? That is question 7 in this Connections quiz round. I will still give you your usual opportunity to ask me for repeat questions at the end. Ju says, oh no, I missed most of it. Had to rescue a bird in my room. There was a bird in your room? What? I mean, I've heard some excuses before for wanting me to repeat questions, but I don't think it's ever been one like that. I hope everything's okay. Sorry for the wobbly camera just moving or something. I can repeat some if I need to. If you want to speak to the rest of your team. A bird got in your room? Man, now you got me worried. I've got the window open here. Might have one visiting me too. Not kidding. Oh man. Oh, well done if you managed to rescue it though. All right, question number 8 now. Question 8. Which footballer has scored the most international goals for Wales? That's another one I should check actually. All right, I'm going to have to reword that question because it's not, I don't think that's accurate anymore. Let me just check, hold on. Okay, after the current leader, so who's the second highest goal scorer for Wales? I have to change that one. I had a feeling there'd be one I'd have to change. Who is the second highest goal scorer for Wales in football? All right, not the highest scoring one. Apologies, guys. I'm glad I checked that though. Second most international goals. Yeah, which footballer has scored the second most international goals for Wales? Because the current leader would not make sense in terms of the connection. Although in a funny kind of ironic way, it kind of would, but not literally. So yeah, I couldn't leave it as the answer. I'll explain that in a minute when I get to them. Question number 9. Which 2-word rhyming name is the more common name for the plant called Impatiens walleriana? Walleriana, I know I said that wrong. But which 2-word rhyming name is the more common name for the plant called the Impatiens walleriana? Let me pop that into the chat as well, so hopefully you'll be able to see that message. Impatiens, Impatiens, walleriana, Walleriana. A 2-word rhyming name for that plant. And that brings us to question number 10 then, which, as I mentioned at the start, is simply asking you what is the connection. So if you've got any answers at all out of those 9 now, look at the words that are involved in those answers and see if you can find anything that might link them some way and have a guess. Because if you do get the connection right, you get 5 bonus points. And yes, if you find that too difficult, you know who to blame. When I've got time, I will put my own one of these together, and I won't make them quite so difficult. But the archives of my pub quizzes that I use, the connections rounds in them are typically quite tricky. But if I bring this back, I'll try and make time to write one myself that is a little bit easier. I don't know, maybe you did really well. We'll find out. Do you need me to repeat any of them? Let me know in the comments as always. If you want me to repeat any of those questions, I can. I know some of our Britzillion team may have missed some questions there, so if you want me to go through some more of them again, I can do. Because obviously with it being a shorter quiz round, we're doing well for time right now. A reminder though that once we finish the show here, I'll be posting you the picture round back on the main page. A picture round will have its answers in the comments a little bit after a little bit of time after I posted it. So I suggest you give that picture a like, and then you'll get a notification when I do post the answers in the comments of that post. And you can let me know how you did if you want to. That would be cool. But regardless, picture rounds, there's hundreds of them that I posted on this page. You can go to the photo album and have a look if you want and see them for yourself and share them with your friends or whoever you want. So, any repeats needed then? Or do you just need a bit more thinking time, or are we good to go? I'll give you a little bit more time. I want to say thanks again for everybody who was able to join me on TikTok live before I came on to do this show this evening. I won't be able to do that every single Tuesday or every single week, but when I can, I will, and it's been good fun. We do Family Fortunes quiz rounds over there now, and I'll be doing like what's called a duet, so somebody else will be on camera with me as a guest, and they'll be looking in the comments with their followers, helping them out, answering the questions, as were some of you who were watching and commenting and having guesses at some of the questions for the Family Fortunes as well, and I was reading them all out and seeing how many top answers you could get. And that was lots of fun. We've done that 2 weeks in a row now, so yeah. Don't expect you to be as avid on TikTok as I am, but if you wanted to join me there for a different live show, something else you could just have on in the background in the build up to this show, and lots of other quiz stuff I post there, you're more than welcome. Just let me know if you have any trouble with that, but you're interested. Okay, let's go through the answers, and I think because I've not seen any more comments come in, I will just do a quick refresh in case my phone isn't showing me anything again. And I think we're good to go. Right, question number 1 then in our connections round. Which futuristic novel set in the year 2540 was written by Aldous Huxley? It's called Brave New World. Question 2, who was the driver of the Turbo Terrific in the Wacky Races? That is Peter Perfect. Question 3, who was voted as the FIFA World Player of the Year the most times? It is Lionel Messi. Question 4, which 2001 film starring Vinnie Jones was subtitled The Longest Yard? It was The Mean Machine. Question 5, which jazz great was born John Burks Gillespie in 1917? It's Dizzy Gillespie. Question 6, how are the twin sisters Monica and Gabriella Iramia better known in the pop world? They are the Cheeky Girls. Question 7, which Channel 4 clip show was hosted by Alex Zane? It was called Rude Tube. Question 8, which footballer has scored the second most international goals for Wales? That was Ian Rush. Question 9, which 2-word rhyming name is the more common name for the plant called Impatiens walleriana? It's a busy Lizzie. Alright, so now I've said them all. The connection for a bonus 5 points, Mr. Men characters. Because you have Brave New World, Mr. Brave, Peter Perfect, Mr. Perfect, Lionel Messi, Mr. Messi, The Mean Machine, Mr. Mean, Dizzy Gillespie, Mr. Dizzy, The Cheeky Girls, Mr. Cheeky, Rude Tube, Mr. Rude, Ian Rush, Mr. Rush, and Busy Lizzie, Mr. Busy. There we go. There's your connections round. Mr. Men characters was the answer. How did you get on? Do not be ashamed of saying 0, okay? Just don't. You were warned, and it's totally fine if you didn't. And trust me, I've read out a lot of 0 team names before when we've done these in pubs. But at the same time, be proud of any points you did get. 5 points for Diva. Good job. Did you just have a guess at what the connection could be and get the bonus points for that? Well done. 11 points for Team Bath. Donuts got 6. Liz and Good Evans have got themselves 5 points as well. Just 7 for the Blackpool Bar Stewards. We thought it was things people could be and do. I mean, you're not wrong in terms of they could be those things, but that's also where the Mr. Men characters kind of come from, isn't it? So fair play. Right, I need to... you guessed... Gabby guessed Speedy Weedy for the plant. 11 points for me. Well done. Not so golden oldies have got 9. Great fun. Oh, thanks for that. Tracy says, luckily we got the 5 bonus points for the connection, so Fantastic Four scored 11. Well done. Just 7 for Blackpool Bar Stewards. We thought it was things people could be or do. I read that one out, haven't I? Okay, let's see what other comments we've got here then. Anything else? Anybody else want to tell me their scores? 12 for Back in Black. Thanks to Ed for the inspiration. Okay. Good work then. 12 points. 12 points for Britzillions. Excellent. Considering some of you missed some of the questions, 12 points is a very good score. Good job there as well. Right, any more comments, please do drop them in. Oh, Maddie Cat Lady's here. G-Force got 7 points for that one. Well done. Welcome along. Glad you could join in for this one. So, I think that's everybody that normally posts their scores in the comments. Thank you to everybody for watching again for another quiz. We will be back here on Facebook next week. The Patreon quiz night will be the week after that. Okay, so I won't be on Facebook then, but next week I will be back here again with another show. 3 more quiz rounds. I will potentially be on TikTok before that doing Family Fortune style stuff. So if you do want to download the app, follow Big Quiz Night in there. You can get reminders of when I go live and notifications again. And that's a lot of fun. Much even more relaxed than what we have here because I'm just having a chat to somebody over camera. And then people are guessing in the comments, so if you wanted to. But thank you all for joining. Thanks to those who joined me for that one earlier on. Do click the links in the description of this video to support us any way you can here at Big Quiz Night In. And yes, one more quick thing. There are a couple of potential new designs for my merch that I have been talking to my CEO of merch, Diva, about, and I'm quite excited for them. So they might be launching soon. Some new phrases we're going to add on there. So yeah, it's all good for those who hung around for that. Thanks everybody. The picture round will be posted very soon. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you same time next time for more of the same fun. Cheers.